Welcome back to Pros versus Joes, where your professional players who you love to criticize in the chat, in the comments, anywhere else, you can spew whatever verbal diarrhea criticisms of balance and gameplay and build orders, play up against the pros. Okay, we've got 1 versus 2. The one, the man, the myth, the legend, Root Gaming's puCK. One of the fanciest micro gods in Starcraft 2. One of the most entertaining, if not the most entertaining Protoss players. But he's got something some people might consider a challenge. 2 Diamond players. Alright, Diamond League. The bastion of players who are like, well, I got all the way to the Diamond League, so I'm qualified to talk about balance now, and that really affects my gameplay and rank. I'm not saying these players did. I'm just saying in general. I'm not individual. In the bottom right, it is Yem and Taco Lord, both sending workers across the map. A little suspicious here. The only rule for these matches, from what I understand, is you're not allowed to double worker rush, which is the only really mathematical situation. You can proxy, hidden bases, whatever strategy you want. Double worker rush is the only... The thing is, honestly, I'd be fine with seeing people worker rush puCK, because puCK worker rush to GM. So, if there's a Probius rusher out there, if there's a Probe Whisperer, it's Florencio. But his disciple of... Oh my god. Is Taco Lord proxying a barracks in puCK's main? He was. He no longer is. That was ambitious. I appreciate the initiative, though. Taco Lord with a very bold move. An incredible... and that's not even like a proxy. That wasn't even an early Rex. That was just building a random-ass barracks. He already has a barracks done, so it doesn't really do anything. Alright, puCK's probe gonna scout. puCK, the only Protoss in this match. Coincidence? I think so. The Reaper gives that probe a tap on the shoulder, says, "We don't like your kind around here, Probius." And then proceeds to let him... Well, unfortunately, puCK decided to continue trespassing, so that Reaper, well within its rights to defend its property. A Stargate wall at the front. puCK has... I'm not sure if this... Yeah, you can't quite wall it off. This is meant to be a 2v2 map. Because, of course, there are 2 Joes in this match, so we got to give them the handicap on that. puCK, he's opting, like, the Stargate, a signature move. Stargate definitely a force multiplier. Stalkers can only micro so much, but with Stargate units, especially against these heavy ground armies that the Joes are putting on the field, he has a lot of options. A single Oracle can get so much done. Phoenixes, later on, Tempests are another very microable unit, despite how clunky they can feel. Oh, puCK looking for some snipes. Does he recall? He's going deep in the paint. This will distract. And a good scout for puCK thus far. But guess what? The wall is there. Here come the Banelings. Oracle comes in. Where's the force field? Force field a little bit late, or is it? He uses the Banelings on the gateway. Battery shields the gate just a little bit. The Oracle going to work. More Banelings coming up. The second wave trickles through. Can he target down the Banes? He has it. How? puCK doesn't lose a single unit. Actually, he may have lost a probe. So, the full-on Baneling bust is shut down with essentially no losses. He didn't really coordinate very well with his teammate, did he? Taco Lord has just given up on this base a long time ago. It has been cursed by the puCK probe. He's haunted by the murder of that probe earlier and does not want to take this base. He's just decided it's far too hard. Let's just re-expand in the main. A drop coming out. These Diamond League disasters putting things together. But so far, 3 oracles trying to cheese puCK. Have you never seen puCK play? Do you know what the puCK he's about? His micro is immaculate. His control is top 3. His decision-making is sometimes questionable, but most of the time very good. Oh, does he take the bait? There is a Widow Mine and 2 turrets. The turret's actually boxing out of the mine there. The Widow Mine counter drop, though. This is good damage potentially from Taco Lord. Big hits come out. A lot of probe losses. But the counter damage from the oracles. puCK is down to 42 probes, giving him only 14 more than our Terran player. The beauty of building probes and pylons, at some point, you just kind of have a significantly larger income than players who don't. It's not about what counters what. More shit counters less shit when your shit. A secondary Baneling bust. Beautiful force fields. puCK traps in some of the units. Maybe a bit of an overreach here. But he can target down the rest of the Banes before anything else comes back. And guess what? The JOES are driven out again. puCK is still kind of... I'm gonna lightly say the term contained. I don't know if contained is entirely accurate, but contained. Yem has been keeping the pressure on him, whereas Taco Lord seems a bit more intent on building up. He's getting Drilling Claws, +1 infantry weapons and stim at the same time, which is one of the more interesting combinations. Oh, wow. Big Widow Mine hit. Because puCK was distracted by the Banelings. Weakness is showing. puCK is not holding perfectly. He's holding the front, but his mineral line is a bit more of a struggle. puCK is now taking his 4th base. The JOES have how many? 1, 2, 3 hatcheries and 3 command centers. Kind of strewn to boot. And the worker counts are starting to spiral upwards. puCK not able to grind out a lead, well, really at all here, to be honest. Taco Lord's Widow Mine drops have been catching him unawares. His worker count not as good as he'd like it to be. He does reach the 50 worker mark, but his opponents are nearing 100 combined. The JOES have solidified into a relatively solid mid-game. puCK does have a great observer placement. Single. Can we see a tag? Revelation? Tag! The oracles are looking for this. He might not realize there's an observer. Taco Lord taking another base. puCK, in classic puCK fashion, instead of getting back to basics like Immortal Archon or Storm, he's like, no. Disruptor Speed Prism drops. What else can I juggle that could potentially be devastating to lose if I don't pay attention every split second of the entire game? Classic puCK. He's got Penta Oracles. He hasn't been building any Moracles. But that is enough to wipe out a mineral line in seconds. Going straight for one of the turrets. There are several in the mineral line. He can just hold position the oracles. He will. Oh, I don't know if he knows. I don't think he knows about it. He does now. The Revelation kind of sees it. Why are the SCVs here? Oracle microed back. Viking will target down 1, leaving only 4 oracles, but down go the gas. Down goes the refinery. Down go the gas. You got it. You figured it. I have the best words. puCK. He has Blink, Speed Prism, Oracle. He's got more spell casting than a Hogwarts. Just Hogwarts, not a Hogwarts movie. That's not what the movies are called. And they should have been about puCK anyways. A Hogwarts. Infester. Pathogen glands, groove spines. The combined supply is 190-something. We're ballparking the math against 137 of puCK. The worker count 74 to 50 apiece. The JOES? Ruptor drop. Wait, has he he took some damage. I don't know if he hit anything with that Ruptor. Double Colossus and shield upgrades on the way. The Zerglings find puCK's quote-unquote hidden base. Oh, that's a... Up! Every goddamn time, puCK. Why? He loses the speed prism with a Ruptor in it. In something I see in almost every single game puCK plays. Just one bit. Like, he's juggling too many things, even for him. And one thing slips, and sometimes the rest of the plates come crashing down after it. The JOES putting up a solid attack. But there are Colossi. Great force fields holding the ramp. The Terran forces of the JOES not really focused. Beautiful fungal from the back. But there's nothing to follow it up. The force field's incredible. More sentries are being warped in to hold the secondary ramp. puCK still has 4 bases. Wings are wrapping around. Multiple Colossi. Colossi not a bad choice. Stasis gonna box out for now. There's a wall at the front. The Oracle's the backstop. The rest of the units trickling through. That's not how you do that! The JOES struggling to put everything together in the right spot. Colossi microing back. Tank sieging up. Plenty of Stalkers at the front. The blinking forward on top of the tank. Widowmine connects. Vikings hit the deck. Colossus is still around. Maybe a little premature on that. Beautiful force fields to lock everything out. He isolates part of each army. And the JOES will be driven back as puCK maintains supply. The wall at the front is falling, but it still is indeed a wall. The force is being cut off. Remember, those Widowmines have drilling claws. Wait, he actually could have just gotten through the whole time? Oh my god. puCK is on the chase. He's chasing both Joe armies back. There's not even combat shields on these Marines. Plenty of Colossi. Blink Stalkers following up. He's got Oracles as well. Snipes 1 medevac, looking for 2. Colossi do have extended thermal lance. There's the Disruptor on the back line. Not choosing to fire quite yet. puCK grinding down these armies. The Blink Stalkers, will they blink all the way forward? puCK cleans everything up, and now he's on the attack. Up 175 to 120 and 112. Just small groups of units. Another Widowmine. The drilling claws. Oh no, Taco Lord, where are you going? He's rallying units to their death. The army values are just insanely in favor of our pro player. The JOES are disjointed. They're isolated. They're rattled. puCK has consolidated his forces and into an iron fist of lasers. The swarm hosts want to... Well, that's the most interesting force field I've ever seen. More locusts are coming in. The puCK stops here. Oracles targeting down. Oh, the swarm host stasis field. The Colossi as well. The supply heavily in favor of puCK. There's just never enough units. A Thor shows up. Why? Now this choke point isn't great. He can't really push through that unless he kills every unit because it comes down the ramp. The JOES will hold for now, but the rest of these bases can be isolated and killed. Down goes one planetary easily. Driving them back to the same amount of bases that puCK has. The Colossus has such good upgrades, it's one-shotting these Zerglings, which have no Carapace upgrades. In fact, there's no upgrades at all for our Protoss. Why are there Locusts here? The rest of the army's in the front. The Locust's gonna be fought by the Blink Stalker Colossus. He's continuing to micro back. 36 kills, 8 kills, 43, 7. The JOES are trying to hold, but the entire Locust wave was spent. The Blink Stalkers, he blocks on him! The Colossus, a little distracted at the back, but the Stalker count is too damn high. Hydras and Lings are not the correct flanking army for 4+2 Colossi. Vikings show up. One Colossus goes down. The Swarm Host trying to distract everything. Does he target the SCVs? Oh, the Swarm Hosts are very close with the Locust. Another Colossus rallies across the map. They're pushed back all the way to the ramp. puCK has taken another base. He still has 73 probes. He has 5 bases. He has more than enough. He has almost as... well, he has as much combined supply as the JOES. Better upgrades, better unit composition, better cohesion and coordination, of course. puCK holds the line. He dealt with the early pressure. He took some punches. He's not perfect. But our Diamond Leaguers today not shining bright enough. Queen Harass. Oh my god, Brenda! Why are we here? puCK trash talking a little bit. I don't know why there were queens there, but there no longer are. Still no combat shields, but these Diamond League disasters will not be able to bring down our professional Protoss. Our Protoss, if you would. Every last Locust and Swarm Host. The Trail of Tears for these SCVs to the semi-hidden base. He may have just given away that position. 4 more Colossi tiptoe across on the chain. Oh god. Here they come. Hello. Oh, it's a massacre. Oh. Oh, that's a good comment. I don't usually bring the Twitch cat comments in, to when we're doing something. YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe, and maybe I'll bring more Twitch chat comments in. But I'd like to point out, thank you, Tap Comet. These diamonds seem less competent than the ones I face on ladder. Let me consult the chart real quick before we wrap this up. Jimmy, give me the... Thank you. It looks about right to me. But puCK decisively is researching DT Blink +3 shields +1 air for no air units at the end. puCK holds it together and smashes the point home. If you'd like to see more pros versus JOES, what level do you think that puCK could take? Who would you like to see? How many Bronze Leaguers does it take to pile on to a single Grandmaster? And how many Bronze Leaguers who are legitimately Bronze League can we actually find? That's also an important question, because I'm not sure they have access to the internet. But if you enjoyed, make sure to thank Drickit, of course, for putting these on. We're looking to put on more interesting show matches that aren't necessarily just, oh look, this guy's beating up this guy in 1v1 fashion. A little bit of flavor, a little bit of spice, a little bit of diamond players getting knocked down in a pretty quick fight. But GG, puCK takes it.